ena ebedi sa enkomo no counselor
yeah
it's the same
yes saying last time I mean
aden
say last time I mean was my dear yankete and then the say in crying for a friend in mama what's in crying
mente
oh edio in mama
me mama yede teacher say me mama yede ya metwempo oh I feel na mate ase
first now on the ase
na mente ase
mama gba any asmade na wa share but why are there enti ba bibia de din nyame adom yakona otwuma ba obre no meni abre say ye boy won ji ba bibia ye din nyame adom bibia de din mai wona ade a chen ya say hu bi say bibia bakọ de say still break virginity and we break final wonye obi o break okay o twa wan
ye kakra
mami can say we answer na yen ko anim say one say what we are virgin and pankwa there, which is true because virginity is classified. They were primary virgin, they were infant virgin, primary virgin, secondary virgin, remedial virgin, anal virgin, masturbating virgin, and tertiary virgin. What was saying? Would you with my one of them? But the enemy is a mere fan show what you would da. Say because you are a virgin, you are a good candidate for marriage. And to be precise, a good marriage. Most people have kept their virginity thinking that God must bless them with the best man on this earth. God didn't ask you to be a virgin for a good Joseph. And the fact that you are a virgin doesn't mean you are the best woman on earth. So if you are a virgin, keep it because virginity is a burden to men in bed. Who names are?
Mate, counselor.
Until way, there may be a break of virginity. There's such an idea. Or a burden to break somebody's virginity until once I was say we are virgin.
And I may say there just a unzuzu and just a end.
David number 4 about my generation. Yeah, more being need to say no still be a virgin.
And then I just say, hey, counselor.
What was and then come on, baby, who crop for more bread. I won't pay. Omode yale aka ompema grow when ne e ma sorry ne bread. You be din komo. Na men gin din po say e be wie.
Yenwie na ye be wie nso so de a ene wo se ewie. Inti counselor ye hwe. Enen komo a ye be di no. Long distance relationship. And then I was so.
Oh ya ka obi asem wo betru root.
Inti long distance relationship we ya ye ka ho asem yi. Eye den. Ebe den na me a metie me hunu say relationship wa me wom no a long distance relationship.
But that's it. The kind me fa and check a sin ko ma hwefo nyina na me nchi obi a ba bi a wo bi a say. Ya me ya dom na wotwe asa abeto yem bio. Ye ba adisua. Last week abrantie bi a osua ade wa ha no ode aye adwuma ama wanya ho mfaso. Obi se wa repent nti on fa the yiri phone bio.
Eye.
Oba bi nso se wa repent. And I'm saying, some common cry and you know, profile repenting, so we said debut. And see, I did the idea, but I say, we came to teach people. Now, you can say, LDR, long distance relationship. You're trying to short LDR. You can say long distance relationship. And kita hundie, ana. Our dear and planting be a war or dorsetne be a one crofomia nuntema omon tefacon. Your long distance relationship and your what distance relationship are two different things.
Okay.
Anytime I say a long distance, no, not just a distance, you can say distance and distance no a measurable space between one point to the other. But ye kase longer, it is extended. And you not just say ye the long the distance when I say ewa. What must I say? Ye kase distance relationship a Kumasi any Accra.
Any distance.
Any long distance. Na dia wo fi krofu froso kesie mu akọ krofu froso. Ti say wo fi Ghana akọ Ethiopia. South Africa, Togo, US. Those ones are called long distance. Because a move one. And you know bit tiago brushi. Now also take aswa and your long distance. A distance. So you cast a long distance relationship. A relationship bia yenting bang yente fakon. We are not in the same place. We are not in the same vicinity. We are not in the same country. You can't have a long distance relationship in the same country. Because long distance relationship is how far. That makes it long. What does it? So when you're in commercial in Accra, it's not long distance. It's a distance relationship. So this is what we have to establish first in our mind. But you can relationship and long distance. We have different types of relationship that comes out of long distance or distance. And the survival of it, the work of it will depend. I've said this and let me repeat it here again that we have when it comes to boy, girl, or man, woman, or male, female relationship, no. One thing we have to learn is that I said there are 5 categories of women in the life of every man. Let me re-emphasize. And as you sit, always remember that you have to choose where you are so that this topic will be applicable to you. Say who baby a ujina oba ewo ankoma ye dinimu in a fun relationship no one. Not just a distance no affect you. And now to mean tiasie. What I say? But on a scale of 0 to 10, long distance relationship, only 2 will work, 8 will collapse. And the 2 will work and will not be sustainable. Finally will end in divorce. Unless otherwise, one will have to psych themselves to be living a pretentious life, not a real reality. So it doesn't work. You can't agree. It doesn't work. It destroys the human capacity to withstand long things. And they can't agree. And some maybe show the crowd. 5 women in the life of men.
What can I say? What can I say? I into aqua say Ponzi scheme.
Oh, Ponzi put the say obit minya home fast for.
I say or say, acquire the crabble.
A very good bankrofonia home fast was and a long distance probably bring your home fast. Omunya yalia.
Yes,
sometimes here. Omunya yalia. And I never be below where I and I bet you come. Missy and me, and I bet was with us.
I bet was.
Till the kind of a man whom I'm sure more Bema Brabo, Missy first one, then wife. Wife knew be a yet Chiano Hoka. Ah, yet dear brother friend of commitment, no. There is an obligation for commitment and responsibility. A wife in 5 women in the life of a man, the first one is a wife. The wife is somebody that your bride price have been paid. You are legitimately, legally, traditionally acceptable that we can refer to you as Mrs. or Obayiri. What must I say? Obayiri or Wudayiri. Let's say Obi Wurao. Ah, what Chiamuka. And yet you wurao, dear ya show bra at least watch me chow. And yet you wurao, dear show Miss Bell or Bibi Abocodi. And yet you wurao, dear Oba. And you see, you can't hear or bar or yet hear it. You wurao, or you're a bearman, or your wife. The next person in the life of every man is called a girlfriend. Only a bar, or no ya down for keke. But to say what you way, we are my girlfriend, we are friend, platonic friend, and fianu niho, and pema grown niho. Fa unu for bam me koko eni ho. Ye mi ayato eni ho. What must say? And no ho e fede wo ho opa na jeso. Yes stress na de and me ho achiri wo pebi ma me pa na me ma. And no your girlfriend in the life of thank you. So when you are a woman in the life of a man who you are just a friend. The third person is called sex mate. So you cannot be a girlfriend and still be a sex mate. You are one. Immediately after having sexual intercourse with you, are no more a girlfriend. You are a sex mate. And your sex mate, you and the prostitute are the same. Just watch here that say. Or baby, I am wale why you be a show. I am clear. And to see a break here, dear. But get back on, we are in the house is here or no or a show. Mimi Bonnie. No be ankasa meme de ge akokobi kasa men kan sa
na say we what describing it pan
na girl kokko he na go kuru me nka say studio
say akra kokko bi ani ha
mukura mo nyina mo ye tuntum sa we ase mbese obi anye tuntum ye dark skin tuntum de anye colorless so that's it
tuntum ye color
to be a all we be no we are sex mates but modern na for two hiase so bias ye di two hiase hwane wendi ohia oba de to so bi o ye fra wo baby mama wo baby mama no de wo woman we are baby making machine
sir
we are baby mama this is Tracy Bache Miss Bell omina baby mama so bi a ba ko bi abo one for B1 B2 for baby mamas and we a baby mama that is the fourth group of women in the life of a man. The fifth group is called side chick. Hear me. Obi a wari na ne train plan. When your girlfriend, when your sex mate, we a side chick. Adentia. The moment a bema ewa yiri no ne wo air train plan peno, you become a side chick. And you are very important in the marriage life.
Sir.
Yes. God recognizes you. And it is not a sin to be a side chick. Just that you have to know your position as a side chick. One of these days I'll discuss here for you to understand the importance of a side chick to marriage. And know your value as a side chick. Know when to quit as a side chick. And don't desire nan saying papa bi wu ya ye ko ne ya sen kran for wade bi a friend na agbakocha.
As anything.
Ye gosie fum a de ye ne se ye wo amamre bi a ye chesare. Amamre ye ba no pa be ye ade ene ni twa ye ni disconnect. Ye de ade ye soa obi ade ne sapoba. Ago nyanu bode ke
asante memu no ye friend adcd
imedase enti obi asoa ne de ba ya wansew de ya wo bibi ofi akire ye wo group owo mu we awake tv for so omne na tena ye enti omde we bread ne efendwane no sapo ne powder ne nkunie ye te ase side chick bi aso ade de aba ago nyanu bode ke nu eje yo e ko mekale yo inga je le pene yo je e ke ye pi na bole e ko me jimi no ko won fa ko akole e wo ma le ko tane ke due hey e busa voice shadow widow with vim and I need you the buy no okunofo de ne kura ndo sa
ni de ne do
ni de ye de cellophane aya man he where up
na fe
hey e busa ko sorry e kwa aje so this is a proud side chick. Nyama when they say a side chick for say if you are a shadow widow, be quiet and enjoy your widowhood because ukunu no wu no and ba bebre na edi yawo. That's your fair so a side chick is not known. Only the last group of people. It's a distance relationship here. Which people are able to enjoy distance relationship with legality. Let me tell you, foolish, young, up-and-coming girls with no apologies, who find themselves within these 5 categories, who are practicing distance and long-distance relationship, I call them foolish if you are not a wife.
Okay.
Let me repeat myself. Within the 5 categories of women, girlfriend, sex mate, baby mama, side chick, wife, you can be able to sit for long distance relationship if you are in the first category called a wife.
Okay.
Why? Because within the 5 category of women, one of the things that you can do within the 5 is that it's only one that can be introduced. That is a wife. A girlfriend is not introduced. If as you are sitting there, if you have a boyfriend and introduce your boyfriend, you are a fool. We don't introduce boyfriends. We don't introduce sex mates. As for baby mamas, we don't introduce them, but the children, by virtue of the children, they are known. And to be one, no, woman, Casemi Kunu, who Casemi Kunu, a Jimmy, a Quakupa Penny, me bad papa. Muna sorry demu, and I yanya one dear, Yanu, and yet beside me Kunu dear, me Kuna to cry, and I mean, Uwalo. One wow, me bad papa, and to Quasan to Fobun Tiemi, now Santa Folk American for paddy too much. Ya saw you say you shall kawa. And after everyone, Mikum, Mumu be credit him go as Sienti Makoto Kawashe, and you must surely diabo. Some photos will come with you. Now, same with TV personalities, baby, so maybe I have a Kawan shadow. Moody Akoshe, Yawalamo. Mona, Mona TV, so a shakawa.
I know the wine.
Or say, a chew. Baby, be of a mouth, promise ring if you ever go anywhere. There's nothing called a promise ring. There's nothing called, there are only 2 rings. Either the traditional one that is accepted or the legal one. That's all. You don't need another ring. And he promised me, and he promised. Are you serious in life? So you are practicing long distance relationship because the guy, when the guy was leaving to school, he has not married you. But the 2 of you met in some corner. Hello. Hello, can we have a dinner together? Then he wants to kill you, so he puts a ring in the ice cream. You carry the ice cream like this. What's this? Oh! Then he says, yes, girl. I know that this will be our last meeting because I'm leaving on Thursday. And I decided that today, Wednesday, let me show you that I'm truly dying to go and come back and marry you. And so what is in your mouth right now? Can you give me and let me put it on your finger? Not you. Oh, I'm blushing. I'm blushing. Not that shower, sir. Will you marry me? Yes. Yes. Shimi. This is serious foolishness in our kingdom. Why? Because that venture that came up have destroyed your future, have destroyed the young man's future. How do you promise a girl you go to school and come back and marry the girl? Whilst you are leaving Ghana to school in the US, God will give you an opportunity to meet another person who looks better, richer, wiser, more beautiful than the thing you left behind.
I don't know your idea.
O say, now when you're Dianca, Bema Twin in Anu at also, any kawa jinjain, Ujeshe, Kawa young bompire, Kawa young gunsa, what jashe, not yase, long distance relationship. Bema papa be and new beer, a shall so pel, Peso Waiwa. Oh, I'm engaged. I'm engaged, why? So before you understand what long distance relationship is, your position as a woman is very important. You have to be committed to the relationship. You have to be recognized. And recognition is not by you and the guy. And yes, I know we are here. Debbie. We have to know, say, ye be nui, ya wale. Enti, and I mean to kwenja me won jina so bi a me di to kwenja. Na sa kwentu no, ya nyanti asie bi wo mu. We have a reason why I live in Takwa and you live in Accra. We are not boyfriend, girlfriend. So that, said that to be, oh, to kwa Takwa, Manusi Sumaso, Naka Quenshia Bana Wua. Yes, no, Koni Kunuho, and a can Konya Quenshia, and no film, and now Okoni Kunuho, and a Kanya Quenshia, and I never did them. Listen, oh, but not when you are going to visit a boyfriend in Takwa. You are traveling from Accra for sexual intercourse. Ukori. Nana me chia ukanya kakeshia. Wehu. Usimi enetu. Etwa kese be da ha. I don't understand. Oh, I not do more. Nothing there. Nothing there buy. Let me go snap Kweku na ka kwasi buy. Kweku will not marry you anymore because we see it too. I get the thing. So before I want people to establish where long distance relationship must be practiced. A young girl, you should understand this thing very carefully. That if you are a wife, get ready for a long distance relationship. That is a wife, oh. And even a wife, we have protocols that you have to make sure you follow for long distance relationship. And they are time bound. And we'll tell you what the do's and don'ts are. In law, and tell the pain come meeting. And confront me no mama did come seriously. I'm a match of mass in the kind. I want for wife. And your mama train for Kafra. I'm to say me when I be you. Where sure? Yes. Ghana for them so. One of them now so.
So send ya.
Why? May you I'm a fa. May you if you Mecca. Okay, say they will produce show today. God, you be jail.
So someone can one that obi di bibi abeso me.
Me the hankire yi.
Yo, ebe san ba.
I said they will produce you can correct. You can correct. Me tie me. Mami a wo pere so sa brantie bi o wale oba no. Onfa na no ento no so shata wale ano. Na ontu kwanko. Ebusua no ani bie. Me ba be ma on wale again you ti we. Now we call for education opportunities, scholarship. Now we catch that girl. We say, I want to travel for 2 years master's program. Okay. But I want to promise you that I'll go and come back and marry you. You are a foolish son. I will disown you immediately when I hear this. I'm telling you. We don't wait for men. Neither do we wait for women. Because opportunities, unless you are ugly.
And you're better trained.
Oh no, if you are ugly, nobody loves you. Take it. So we will teach you. The reason I'm saying that this topic we can't end it today. There is age that you can wait for somebody. There is time. Your biological clock is ticking. I mean, hey, men friend dia grow. Men can't wait for you. Who your bar? Now we show me to say who out we. Me sramo. Muntie me you. Bema di wechi. Bema ware wu wie. Na odi wechi. And they call hospital. Akoye hwehwe mu say.
After marriage.
Yes, let me repeat it in English. If any man marries you and will hold your hand to be going to hospital, herba place, church to check whether you can have a child, it's a disgrace to your family. Because as you are sitting down now, you need to know whether you can give birth or not. And it is not through sexual intercourse. Don't start that thing. And I'm nigga, we are nanti. We are who sound to me, no. Don't use the test of somebody's spermatozoa to check whether you can. Go to a hospital, let's help you. That is why the whole of, from now to the end of December, I've realized the biggest problem. So right now, I say, everybody, when you call me, come and meet me. I am there. Because, say, me why you banana me no acquire. I said, I control me on to who now then I'll do with you. And so be bra, me meti ho, me ho ne fra end the point. Ube end the bra. Na me show with him, and ye be maybe no, but be you. But come and let's check because and only a long distance no. Obi atras ya twen abrantie bi with Jimmy Kwanso. Abrantie ne ka se enya hwe, po bi wale wo no. Na awode no ho atochima, wa bọ abrewa, we twa bra yo. Must don't try it. And distance relationship no. Ye can long distance, I may see ene. Ye be di a man num no ho komo.
Inti counselor yafa a ma edi kan eye wife no se ofa wife wa edien na wife e wo se wo hwe ansana ukunu a wona netie obetu kwan akọ echirechi a wakọ
that's it the edi kan awade be na mumie nu wo are the two of you married? Yes. How was the marriage contracted? We have 3 forms of marriages in our land. We have the Mohammedan marriage by law, Cap 127 of the law. We have the customary marriage, what we both call traditional marriage, and we have the civil marriage. We don't have a church marriage, though. We don't have anything called church marriage. There's nothing like that. So one, if we have these 3 forms of marriages, which one are you in? Each one of them have their own marital implication by the legalities. The American said, "Our dear means saying, Kremo forward there, what Tiasia and Hunsun so, a few hour there, Unima Hunsun so, quarter hour there, Unima Hunsun so, and Yawale no, and now from so ya wade for me and Sunny dear, what in Yawale went to before Becca said, me go into long distance relationship no, understand the type of marriage you are in. Remember, when it comes to traveling and with documentation, within these 3 marriages, most of these marriages will not grant most of the people traveling some documents that they need to travel with. When I am traveling and I'm married to you, under traditional marriage, I don't have a certificate to prove that I'm married. So on my document, I'll say I'm single. Because the universal acceptable document that can be used to process things is the marriage register from the civil declaration under Cap 127. I am married certificate. Where there is the law of bigamy, hona bema shekawa eye nhyenso ade a kire se wawale the mediti way eye imprisonment yi eno so eye bema baako oba baako enti se mfie die na krata nda honti no eye asumdua wade enkwatentian wade we ye twa ekwan so bema be wuntam sa ne frɛ no na baako fie die no bema be nyi ache e wa wade ase no sa ne frɛ no awade dodo is polygamous. It is a meme walo wene under traditional marriage. Let me quite brutal. You understand that my ability to marry again is there. Are you ready to understand?
I was a man.
Think. Under Mohammedan marriage, you know that the legacy is there. And the right. So if I'm traveling and leaving you for a long distance relationship, you need to conscientize yourself that I am in a type of marriage that the opportunity comes for my husband. He can marry again, but still I am a wife. You see the understanding? If this basic understanding doesn't come, you become a witch in the name of a prayer warriors. There are so many wives who are witches, but they are saying they are prayer warriors. Because or baby or bomb paya do go on a wadi no than before. Oguna wadi. A praying wife doesn't sustain marriage, they destroy marriages. Dachibi obetiasia emba omo bompa ye dudu o wade bunu bonsam de bi oti awade nu. So something can a praying wife, your prayer cannot change any husband. Those things you watch are movies. It's God who changes man, not a wife changing a husband. And you understand what type of marriage I am in. If it is wedlock, your security is high. But look at the funny thing. Most people, for the sake of documentation of their husbands to travel, when they do the wedlock, they go again and go and claim divorce in the name of documentation. That is why me, George Lutot, I say I don't believe in the statistics of divorce in this country. Everybody can believe. Me, I don't believe. Because even those who come around to come and do the censorship, you share with you, bisa oba or no. Last time we had meeting questions, maybe. Wawale ana. Midimi kunu ni ho. Onwale you, you see, are you married? No, me kunu ye no me nkora independent your bema no ni ha. Onwale no wa hye ne nyensen. Enti o ye bon a obi na hye ne nyensen. But we document all of them as divorce. Married but separated. But onwale no, yeah, we've not created a document to check whether we are born one, wawale wana or no okay, so that we can have the statistics of born ones in this country who are not having fathers. And the women are not married. It is a good statistic by you know. And the divorce, obi to me wade osikwa adwa me too kwan yi de krata 70 no na ke yanko court nyengu awade no eno nkyere se me ne wajai. Listen to me. Anytime you have a document from the court showing that you are divorced and it goes through the system, you are divorced.
I am yenya ya te ho ase.
Say you divorce no.
Ye divorce na watumi etu kwan. For ye mienu nyina ye benefit.
Now I court, I divorce. You are divorced under the law.
But society no ebi amenu mienu nko ana ye call.
Fire under the law you are divorced. So if you think for documentation purposes and you will declare tamame they are too quiet to argue. And crofoti krumu ha ma yes akra tanamo mu kunu mema na kwa omo babio.
Obi ka say no de ye be ma na dwen.
Na me woni ma dwen. Ukasi na mejimi. Se me hu hune. Se nya huni na bo no. Hwewani. Ukasa kra me hu ta kire ma. Me hu nufu. Na so me imagine se na nufu tie. What must say? Udi de kan gudi ni bi. Enye chale wote. Me imagine. Uti we minim se na wasete e imagination. Wadwe minim se na tie. Nyankopon amfo ya adwen ambo ye moma so. E hye yentim. Eti nipa tim no hu. So before you indulge in any form of long distance relationship, as a wife, you have commitment, you are registered, you are recognized. So your right to practice long distance is acceptable, but understand first the implications. You are a wife through what form of marriage? Traditional marriage, Mohammedan marriage, cohabitation. Which one are you a wife?
Enti ye hunu kind of marriage and I say category of marriage I falling under no. E de baby o maware say ye kan wife asem maware na se me kunu etu kwan a age ben na metimi anya ntiase ese asumasi a okoi onko na se ebi ayaware ene ya omu se manyini onu nso anyini but a man free mu mae metimi apene so ama me kunu ayeden.
Brilliant question. So the next thing you consider is your age and the time of the marriage. My blessa MFS for me chamo MFS me chamo my father say afọ ya girls na ya part 38 ya kwa afọ obi abeso obo nsabe ka say bema and o twen preja at age 30 o be blessa obi wale. If a guy dates you for more than 2 years and breaks up with you at age 30 as a woman, you will struggle to get a sensible one to marry you. So don't try it. The day we discuss dating, you understand where I'm coming from. But see, wait. In the first place, no, and commonly is simple. And you talk so. What the fear saying? You won't fear I do you. Now everybody up home. And when a partner, you say we are born some. Now, I want to share the baby. I said, no, the idea be a so much, so yeah, dear. And I didn't know and Tina Banasa. What's not nice, sir? I try a brand in Nigeria. A brand here number. I could be a share the boss say, till death do us part. And nobody of more war, more room, a different cook. Obviously, be the black covenant, the Jimmy covenant.
Father and a bio. Black covenant, a bio. Jose.
Say, I'm afraid to marry somebody else because we did a blood covenant. If I know, Jimmy and Adias are covenant, you know. And I promised him that apart from me, nobody else will sleep with me before. And when he was traveling, I gave him sex and told him that this sex will become a bond between the two of us. And I will never allow any other person to sleep with me. If anybody sleeps with me, then I should die or go mad. One about you know. One about you, man, Bobby.
Ebi abo ane jeje ho.
Debi man Bobby, me hwe wudi say utim na afa. Me say wade obi. Afide usuo so be wi abodam. Ya be wi wan abodam okrum. And listen to yourself. How old are you? At what age am I getting married? Because your biological clock ticks. Your menstrual cycle ends. So me wano. And abrochie no say wo ko enkankan US. Now koya kratasema and that's when you and you try and error. Who the lottery na kodia utia ye lottery there ye